Alright, what's good, YouTube? It's the Gamer187 back again with another game review for you guys. And of course, as you can see in the background, I am going to be reviewing The Last of Us. A very brilliant game by Naughty Dog. Lots to talk about with this game. So I completed The Last of Us like an hour or two ago, and this was an amazing journey. This game was definitely game of the year in my opinion. It has my vote. This is a great Naughty Dog. I applaud you guys for making a brilliant game. It is really amazing. So let's get right into it. Alright, so basically The Last of Us is about, as you can see right here, now sorry if I'm spoiling this for any of you that haven't played the game. If you haven't played the game, don't watch this review, because in the background is the beginning of the game. So if you don't want to know, excuse me, I'm stuttering, don't want to know what happens in the beginning of the game, if you haven't got the game yet, don't watch this video. But yeah, so basically we come up on Joel and his daughter. I forgot what his daughter's name is. I think it's Sarah, if I'm not mistaken. We come up on them. We see like a very younger looking Joel, and you know, right when the world starts to, you know, basically go to shit, we come up on Joel and his daughter, and they're trying to find a way out. You know, you see like a lot of crazy things is going on and everything like that. And then the game goes 20 years later, and we see like a older Joel, who's you know, he's been around for 20 years. He's known the world, he's seen the world, seen it all, done it all. You know, adapt to survive and everything like that. Learn how to survive, knows many ways how to survive. And we come across him, when we come across him 20 years later, he's with Tess, who, and they're trying to go find somebody. I believe they're going to look for somebody. And then they come across this woman. I forgot what the black woman's name was. And they want her to smuggle this little girl named Ellie into the to meet the Fireflies. Now the story, I thought the story was really good, but you know, when it started getting down to it, I was like, okay, I've seen this before. And when I say I've seen this before, I mean, like, you know, okay, there's a guy who's down and out, and you know, he's seen it all, done it all. He's been in the world a long time, and then he gets this sort of responsibility dropped in his lap. So now he has to deal with that, and they're going to, you know, him and Ellie they're going to get to know each other and learn each other and start to form a bond with each other. And you know, and that's okay. And the story still kept me interested. Even though I knew that, I kind of seen where it was going, the story still kept me interested. And this is a game, The Last of Us, this is a game where I mostly liked all of the characters, and I cared about just about all of the characters in this game. Like from Joel and Ellie to Tess, and just Tommy, just everybody. I really cared about a lot of people in this game. It's a very emotional game, and it will make you, the story is so good, it will make you shed a tear. You come across a couple people, some people good, some people bad, but you come across these two dudes, brothers, two black dudes. And the smaller brother's name is Sam. I forgot what the bit older brother's name was, but something happens to him, and it was just like, oh no. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't see it coming. I'm sure a lot of you were like, okay, you know, something's going to happen to this kid. But I never saw that coming. And it still kept me interested. That's why The Last of Us is a wonderful story. I mean, just a all-around brilliant game. It's a very creepy game, too. Like, this isn't a game you can just run through. Like you can't just running around shooting bang bang, you know what I'm saying, shooting all the infected and everything like that. No, you can't do that with this game. And I apologize if the color keeps going out in this video. I apologize about that. But yeah, you definitely have to creep in this game at certain points, especially like the darker areas in this game. You definitely have to creep when the clickers and stuff are around. Oh yeah, getting to the infected now. There's two types of infected. There's the clickers who they've been infected for quite some time, and they start to grow these like mushroom type of things on their face, like a mushroom type of shell on their face. And I don't want to say they're very hard to kill, but you can shoot them from, like, if they're not up close on you, you can shoot them, or you can like stealthily like walk up behind them and shiv them. Now if you try to fight them, it won't work, because they'll just knock your hand out the way and then they'll bite you. I've tried plenty of times and I've died plenty of times trying to fight them. So yeah, the clickers, it won't work. Actually, there's one scene in the game that I'm gonna be talking about. A lot of scenes in the game, a lot of creepy scenes in the game. One of them was when Tess, Joel, and Ellie are in some kind of building, and they have to, and Tess and Ellie stay behind while Joel goes down, because there's like a room full of clickers and runners, and he has to clear the whole room out by himself. And like the runners, they're basically still alive, but they're infected, and it gets to their brain, and it's like they know what they're doing, but they can't help themselves. They're gonna attack you, and they can't stop themselves, but they know that they're attacking you. And even if they try their hardest to try and stop themselves, they can't. They're gonna attack you, but they still know what they're doing. And then there's these like really big infected guys, and I think they're called like bloaters or something like that, where these like really big infected, I mean, they got just all kind of like things all over their body, and they like shoot these like little like pollen things at you that damage you. So those are the infected. And the runners, like, they run really fast. Like the clickers and the clickers run like a little fast, but the runners run really fast. They kind of run fast like the zombies in World War Z to me. And but yeah, this is a very creepy game. A lot of great intense scenes, and like I said, nothing you can just run through. You have to take your time, because I mean, you shoot, you're gonna give away, especially if it's clickers around. If you shoot, you're gonna give away your position. And there were times where I would try to, like another scene in particular, where you get finished talking to one of Joel's friends, and it's some like fat dude, and you're in like a graveyard, and there's like 4 or 5 clickers, and you have to get past all of them. And there were times where I would be trying to get past them, and then Ellie would just come running out of nowhere, and I'm thinking she's gonna give away our position, and she just comes running out of nowhere, and I was just like, Ellie, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? But we never get caught though. But it takes a couple tries, because just when you think the clickers don't spot you, that's when they spot you and they get you. Yeah, just and if you have like the graphics in this game is amazing. Like if you have not saying that it won't look good on like a 42 inch or like a 32 inch, but if you have like see, my TV is a 51 inch. And if you have like a larger TV, like a 50 or a 60 or 70, even an 80 inch, the graphics on this game, it looks really amazing. very realistic. I love the way Joel and just when Joel and Ellie is on screen, and you can just the way their faces look, their facial expressions, down to Joel's beard. Just the way Ellie looks, and the graphics on this game looks amazing. Another scene in particular where you get to the university and Ellie sees some giraffes in the city, and you see the giraffes. As they're walking by, and you get to pet it, and then the scene where they're just walking by. It looks completely amazing. Very, very realistic looking game. It's just definitely amazing. Like I said, it's a very emotional game. I had love for all the characters in the game. It was crazy. Alright, so let's talk about the multiplayer. Alright, so the multiplayer, which is surprisingly good. Another thing I want to talk about. This game is, before I get into the multiplayer, this game is very brutal. From the story to the multiplayer, this is a very, very brutal game. Especially in the multiplayer, you're punching people. I said people. Excuse me, punching people in the face and hitting them with like boards and just like blowing their heads off and everything. Like, it's a very brutal multiplayer, but it's very, very fun. And there's two modes in the multiplayer: Supply Raid and Survivor. I played a little bit of Survivor, but Supply Raid is mostly my thing. Where you gather up supplies and food, and you can go around and gather stuff out of these little boxes, and you can craft things together to make weapons or ammo and health, and health will be lying around everywhere. It's very team oriented, so you definitely have to stay with your team. Unless you're like really, really good by yourself, you definitely want to stay with your team, because you don't know, you might run up on two enemies at a time, or you might run up on a whole squad at a time, and you're by yourself and there's nothing you can do. In the game, crafting, you can craft things together and everything like that in the game. And the people, some of the people in this game is ruthless, man. It is crazy when and when Ellie when you're playing. And I like the fact that you can play as Ellie in the game too. Yeah, there's a part in the game where you play as Ellie, and it's just as fun as playing with Joel, and you find out a couple things, and it's crazy. This bottom line, man, 10 out of 10. I love this game. The Last of Us is amazing. Thank you guys for watching the review. Look out for later reviews and more videos and everything like that. I am the Gamer187. Go get The Last of Us if you haven't got it yet. And game of the year, in my opinion. That's all I gotta say. The Last of Us review. I'm out. Salute as always. Peace and love.